Welcome to the Home Access Center. We have a new look this year, so I wanted to give you a quick tour of all the features in HACC. So this screen is new. It's the home screen. On the left-hand side, you're going to see your child's schedule, and you will also see the teacher names for each class. If you click on one of those teacher names, you'll be able to email that teacher directly. The next column shows the current average in the class, and then the rest of the screen is pretty much a calendar. I want to caution you about using this calendar. This calendar is updated by teachers entering assignments and entering grades, which means that a lot of times teachers don't enter a grade or they don't enter an assignment until after a due date is passed. This is not a place for you to go and look for the next test that is coming up. Oh, when is my next test? When is my next quiz? This is not the calendar for that. We do have assessment calendars at Vandeventer, and you can find them on the VMS website under the calendar tab, or you can find them on the teacher websites on their Moodle sites. All right, but please don't use this calendar to try to predict what's coming up. This is simply to show you the assignments and the grades on the due date when they happened, and that's it. Now the next screen is attendance, and this student hasn't been absent at all, but you can see down below there's the color legend. If a child was absent, let's say this particular child was on a field trip this day and was absent from class because they were on a field trip, this block around the number for today would be a solid green because it was a field trip. Now, if you look at this calendar in HACC and you see that it's green, you'll notice there are lots of things that are coded green down at the bottom. You can scroll your mouse over it and it will pop up with the specific code that was entered, and then also what periods that child was marked absent that day. The Classes tab is one of our most popular features here. This is where you can see individual grades on individual assignments. So the default view is going to show you every class and every assignment. This is what we call the quick view. It does show you the class average for each of the classes, as well as the scores for each assignment, what day they were due, and the name of the assignment, so you can kind of look at that and help your child. You can also look at the full view. I'm going to go up here to full view, and you'll notice that that adds the category breakdown. So it'll give you a little bit more detail about what their average was on their daily work versus their average on their major grades, which might give you a clue, like maybe a child is doing very well on their daily work but struggling on their tests. Looking at that information can be helpful. I'm going to switch back to the quick view here. I want to show you also there's a collapse all button. If that's a little overwhelming, having all of that information in one place, you can collapse and then just expand one at a time and view one course's information at a time. You can also do some things up here with changing the report card run that you're looking at. Maybe you just want to see not even the collapsed view, but you only want to look at one course at a time. Or maybe you don't want to look at this in terms of classes at all. You just want to see a whole list of all the assignments that your child has done. You can do that as well. Now, anytime you make a change in this gray area, you want to be sure you hit the refresh view button, and that will take care of updating the system with the information you want. Now, the grades button up here at the top is going to show you the IPR, which is interim progress report, and report card grades only. So that's all that's going to be here. These are going to be updated about a week after the assignment cutoff date. So all of the assignment cutoff dates and the dates that these grades will become visible on HACC are on the Vandeventer calendar. So we invite you to go visit the VMS website and look at the calendar tab. Look at the Vandeventer calendar, the one that's embedded there, and it will tell you when these grades will be available. Now, I'm not going to click on the registration button up here because I want to keep this student's information private, but if you find something on the registration button on that screen that is incorrect, we invite you to complete a change of information form and bring it to the front office and turn it in. to make sure that we have always the most current information for your child. Those forms are available on the Vandeventer website on the resources page, or they're available on the parent and student page of the FISD website. Now, I have this cut off on our screen view right here, but at the very top right you will see your child's name. And if you hover your mouse over that name, a little drop down will pop up that says My Account. And if you click on that, you can change your password. So those horrible passwords that you were assigned randomly by the system can be changed to something that's a little easier to remember. Should you forget your password during the year, please feel free to email vandeventerhack@friscoisd.org and request that information. Only guardians may request information like that. Please make sure that you tell us your child's name and grade level in the email, and also your name as it appears in our records. So if you go by a different name than you listed in our records, please make sure you give us your official name so that we ensure our student privacy and that we're releasing information to the right person. We would appreciate that. That's it for our quick tour. If you have questions about how to use Hack or how to log into Hack, please feel free to email vandeventerhack@friscoisd.org and I will help you out. Have a great day.